All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We're diving back into another WarPigs beer review for you. It is my third review I've ever done with the WarPigs, so just be noted, I'm very new to this specific brewery, guys. Excuse me. So, diving in, this is brand new to distribution, Blinding Light Show. We have Luminiferous India Pale Ale brewed with orange and lemon peel. So, just literally stripped this out of the 6-pack. Canned on date. Can't even tell because it's so tiny and smudged. I want to say that it is this month though, so I see like a 3.9 or 3.2. I can't tell, but so we're in the month of March. So it is March 18th, time of recording. It's another WarPigs beer. Again, the sister company or cousin company to Three Floyds, guys. So crazy can art. You can see that this is a sister company to Three Floyds. Makes perfect sense. Let's not talk about it any longer. Let's dive in and actually give you the deets. As I'm pouring this, by the way, guys, I had to look it up because they don't list it on the can. They're kind of like Shorts Brewing Company. This is 7% alcohol. So again, not sure why they don't list it. They just feel they don't have to. So, as we're pouring, we might have another hazy beer or something here, guys. I feel like I've had so many hazies lately. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing either. But she's indeed hazy. I wouldn't say that it's a New England style, but we have some nice floating and particulate matter going on inside this. Well, you can see it. I'm not going to even explain it. It's a hazy beer, no doubt about it. Pillowy, bright white head sitting on top, about a pinky and a half worth. Pretty sticky and Dawn soapy on the side of the glass, sliding down, but it is sticking to the glass very well. And again, I'm seeing this floating yeasty particulate going on in here with pretty intense carbonation streaming to the top. Yeah, it's another hazy beer. Let's go to an aroma. Wow, very citrus forward. It smells like a beer I've had before. It smells very juicy and hoppy, yet slightly West Coast and East Coast at the same time, if that makes sense. So it smells like it could be very balanced with that piney dryness on the back end, but it's very juicy and abrupt, citrusy. I wouldn't say stone fruity. It's got this tropical thing, okay? It's got this juicy tropical thing, very generic. And then I think you have this navel orange and lemon zest, lemon peel, juicy lemon, juicy orange, juicy grapefruit going on in here. But again, brewed with orange and lemon peel, so that makes perfect sense. Obviously, I read it already. Yeah, it smells very nice though. Slightly candied, slightly very forward fruity. The hops are kind of tamed. They're not overwhelming. And it smells very balanced from front to back while still maintaining a very juicy quality on the front. Let's actually dive in and get a taste, guys. Let's not just guess so much during the aroma. Cheers. Yeah, there it is. Slightly malty, hoppy middle and back end with, again, intense bittering and drying on the back end. Kind of completing this into a full circle of a beer. It's super well balanced again. Intensely juicy in the front. I am going to indeed call this a hybrid between East Coast and West, but I mean, we could say it's a nice American IPA. But it does bring those juicy New England qualities while still having that nice, dry, bittering, slightly resinous pine on the back end. Touch of floral to sum it all together, but very crushable at 7%. This is a nice offering from WarPigs again. Dude, these guys are killing it too, man. There's a lot of breweries out there that are making fantastic IPAs. If this was an IPA in like 2012, people would lose their freaking minds. They'd call this the greatest beer of all time, but the competition is so stiff. The hops are so much different and differently brewed nowadays that everything's intensely made and uniquely put together. But I've had this before, if that makes sense. There's so many options that I feel like I've had a beer close to this. But the balance is what brings this a notch higher than a normal IPA. The insane balance and drinkability. It's dry on the back end. Like, as I'm drinking it, it's getting even drier, but there's this juicy quality to it. Like, juicy tropical, but then on the back end, you're hit with that bitterness. I get like a grapefruit, orangey, pithy, bitter back end, but there is some sort of tropical, like dry mango, pineapple skin, maybe a small touch of papaya or candied apricots in there for just a moment. But I do see this navel orange, just kind of resinous quality paired with the pine. And that lemon zestiness on the front, just kind of all put together into one beer, making an incredibly well-balanced, hoppy, yet drinkable 7% IPA. Super tasty. I like it. Another WarPigs winner, in my opinion. These are very, very good offerings. And again, it's because of the balance, drinkability, and hop forwardness that puts this beer into a very good category. Excuse me. Something with my throat lately. For a moment, there's candied navel orange. I mean, but then you get the pithy, rindy quality, the skin of the fruit, and it kind of just stays that way the whole rest of the palate. Like the juiciness that you get for a moment, it dissipates and it goes away. It does not come back. Again, insanely hoppy, but slightly juicy and tamed. So very, very good quality from WarPigs. Again, a top-notch IPA, man. I don't know how to... it's hard to give it gripes, because if you like West Coast beers, you still might like the bitterness on this, and if you like juicy qualities, you might like this front end of the beer, but it's got this nice caramel, slightly malty quality through the middle. But again, that goes away with that little bittering and resinous pine on the back end. A little bit, a touch of honey, too. Just a little bit sticky. It's good, dude. It's a good beer. It's really good. The balance and drinkability. Again, if I ever rate a beer really high, it's because of balance and drinkability. This one has that. And it actually teeters a little bit into the more hoppy category, a little West Coast slap on the back end. So as for rating, man, it's a good beer. Like it's tough to talk crap about it. It's really tasty. I'm gonna go with a 4.2 out of 5. It's just another fantastic IPA. It's getting so hard to decipher differences now, but this one, indeed, very well balanced and drinkable at 7%. Gotta give the credit there. So 4.2 out of 5. It has been the Blinding Light Show from WarPigs. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's been another episode of Poor Michigan Reviews. Cheers.